Alright, John Oaks here with HANKSTERS Hot Rods here at our Homer City, Pennsylvania location once again. And today we're going to show you this nice 1969 Chevrolet Camaro X11 SS styled Camaro here. So what we have sitting here, this is finished off in the Daytona yellow exterior. The paint is in excellent condition on this car. Everything that you would find on an SS car, you're going to find it on this one here too. From the badging to the hood, everything, the steering wheel even inside. So as we go through this, we're going to point out all those things. We're going to say that we've got our 350 Fender emblems here. As you can see, we've got that black SS hockey stripe on the side of our car here to really set that color off. We've got all the bright work, all of your wheelet moldings, the chrome front and rear bumpers, all of your window trim and so forth. All of that is in excellent condition. Even the rocker moldings here too. Now our drip rail moldings, they are present here, but they've been painted the same color as the car. Our actual rain gutters, I looked down through those and those look great on both sides as I've been around this car prior to this. As far as your doors, the fitment, the gaps, the elevations, everything looks really good. You can see how good the gaps are. And of course, as I mentioned, all the SS badging, you have it here on the front fender too. You got the mirror over here on the driver's side. Let's go ahead and open our door up, take a look inside. Now inside, you're going to see we got the all black Houndstooth interior. The Houndstooth seat covers, the headrests are in great shape. Seat backs, the carpeting, everything is in good condition on this car. The dash, no rips, tears, or cracks in that. Factory instrumentation, SS steering wheel, factory 4-speed center console in there, also with a Hurst shifter. So again, all of that very good condition on the inside there. As we close our door, we can take a look at things like our glass. Glass is in great shape. No chips, cracks, or anything like that on the windows. Neither on the door glass or on the quarter window. Of course, you see your accents down here on the quarter panels too. As we walk back here, let's take note of the black vinyl top. Now, one of the things with these is, as you run your hand along the trim, that's where you would normally find if there was any bumps or bubbles underneath there. And this thing is nice and smooth the whole way around. So that's in good shape. As we come back around our car, again, you're going to see the chrome rear bumper. You see the trunk spoiler here also. Trunk fitment is great also. Rear glass is excellent condition too. Again, no chips or cracks in that. Again, the SS tail panel emblem also. Now we will open our trunk lid up for you. That way we can take a look at how the inside of the trunk looks. First off, the underside of the trunk lid, same color as the exterior of the car, that Daytona yellow. You've got your decal here for your jack instructions. Inside we find a full-size spare tire with spare tire cover and a matching trunk mat here in the floor of the trunk. Our weather stripping the whole way around, very soft, comes right together here, right in the middle. Again, this is going to seal up nice. You even have your rubber bump stops here on your trunk lid, so when you close it, it's not metal on metal. And we've got your tail lights here. You can see the lenses are in great shape on those. No cracks or chips or anything like that there. As we come around the side, again, panels, quarter panel, door, fender. As we look down the whole side of the car, very straight the whole way down. Again, all of our bright work in great shape. Now the wheels and tires, these have been upgraded from what you would consider a stock or original looking wheel. These are an American Racing Torq Thrust 2 polished aluminum wheel, 15-inch, both front and rear. And then as you can see, we've got the BFGoodrich Radial TA tires on there. On the front, we've got two 25 60R15s. On the back, a 235 60R15. Again, now on the passenger side of our car, you can see the gaps on this door. Again, pretty much the same as the other side. Glass is in great shape also. As we open our door up, you'll take a look now from the passenger side. Door panels, everything look to be in great condition on this. Door weather stripping, nice shape. Also, you got the rubber bump stops top and bottom on the door. So again, all of that is in really good condition. Again, we have that matching SS stripe the whole way down the side of the car. That's that hockey stripe. The SS emblems with the Camaro script. Again, we see our wheels and tires, and again the matching 350 emblem on the front fender. As we come around the front now, we're just going to notice that this is just your typical 69 front end. You've got the SS Grille emblem right in the center. The grille itself is in great condition. It's no cracks or missing pieces out of it. It's all intact. Chrome bumper. Of course, down below you'll notice that front air dam. Now up top, where most of our cars we get in, you might see that 2-inch cowl induction hood. This car you do not. Again, to go along with all that SS stuff, we have a steel factory SS hood here, complete with the louvers there in the center of the hood. Okay, so on the underside of our hood, you see the insulation here. Again, you can see how nice a condition it is. So everything's all tacked up the way that it should be with the proper, hold downs there. The trunk or the hood hinges and springs are all functioning as they should, holding the hood up. And then, of course, the whole inside of the engine compartment is all done in black. Now, the engine that we have here, this is a non-original motor, but it is a date correct 1969 350 cubic inch small block Chevrolet engine. You do see it's got the chrome air cleaner on top. You've got a set of fin aluminum valve covers on here. And if you look underneath, that intake. Now, a lot of times people are going to say, well, wait a minute, is that a 350 with the gooseneck that you have on here for your oil fill tube? And yes, it is. They've gone ahead and used what they call the Snowflake intake, which typically you would find on a 302. They've used that on this motor to give it that appearance. So again, that's why it is the way it is. As far as a carburetor, we've got an Edelbrock carburetor on there, a 600 CFM electric choke carburetor on there, long tube headers, and there's empty out into dual exhaust, obviously, all the way out the back of the car with a set of tailpipes. Power brakes on this car, but it is a 4-wheel drum brake car. We have power steering on this vehicle as well. Stock radiator, you do have the fan shroud here, so all of that's good. And of course you notice that we've got all the heater lines all hooked up. Now this engine here, that is hooked up to a Muncie M20 4-speed transmission. And then of course that is hooked up to a GM 10-bolt 8.2-inch ring gear, a 323 gear I believe in this one right here. So again, it's going to be a very nice cruising around car. You can take it out on the highway if you want to, and it's not going to, over rev the motor or over tack it or anything. So having said that, that's pretty much everything that we've got for this car. Even the hoses and so forth on this car underneath, they've used the correct original style hose clamps on this to keep everything looking as original as possible. So with that all said, we're all done with going through the outside and the inside of this car. Alright, so we've got our 1969 Chevrolet Camaro X11 coupe here up on the lift. We're going to go through the underside here with you on camera and show you exactly what we are looking at underneath here. So starting at the front with our front suspension and steering, all stock suspension up front here. You've got your factory cross member, your factory stock stamp steel components as far as your suspension goes, your upper A-arms, your lower control arms, those are all stock components. Ball joints on each of those are in very good shape. All the little rubber dust boots are intact on this car. We do have a sway bar on the front end that's going to help tie the front end together and help it corner. As far as that goes, the bushings at the frame are in great shape, and the sway bar end link bushings are all in great condition on both sides. Shocks and springs, those are in good shape too. As far as steering, this is your standard steering setup on one of these cars. It is power steering. We do have your center link here, your tie rods, ball joints at each corner here, and the rubber dust boots covers, those are all intact. And again, you can tell everything's been greased and maintained underneath here very well. As far as braking components up front, now this is a power brake car, but it's a 4-wheel drum brake car, so that's what you've got. You've got drums on the front, drums also out on the back end of the car as well. As far as the driveline goes, we'll talk about that next. We do have a date correct 69 350 cubic inch motor here. That is backed up with a Muncie M20 4-speed manual transmission, aluminum bell housing, and it has the cover on the front to help protect that flywheel. Now the transmission, the oil pan, everything underneath here that I can see right now, everything is all dry, so no leaks that I can see underneath here. The drive shaft, this is a balanced drive shaft, so that's going to help eliminate any little vibrations that you might have in the drivetrain itself. As far as the rear end goes, a GM 10-bolt rear end. This is the 8.2 ring gear, so it's the small 10-bolt. And as far as the gearing in here, this is a 3:23 gear ratio on this car. Suspension on the back end of this car, you'll see it does have the Monoleaf rear suspension here. It's accompanied by the rear air shocks. Now the air shocks, these are very easily adjustable. You just pull up any old air hose, hook up to it. You can raise or lower the ride height, make it soft, make it stiffer. Whatever you want to do there, you can do it with those air shocks on the back. Now as far as the floors, this is the important part on the car, the structural part. The floors are in great shape. You can see here we don't have any patching. These are the stamped floor pans for this car. You can see all the stamping lines and all of the metal. So nothing's been cut out, nothing's been patched with just flat metal. It's done right, it's done with nice stamped components here. Now as far as the transmission tunnel, again, that I don't see any cutting or anything there. So this is probably the transmission that may have been in this, or they may have replaced it with another 4-speed. Otherwise, it's in great shape up here. Now as far as the exhaust, you can see it's dual exhaust all the way from the long tube headers coming all the way back. You can see these real nice mandrel bends here. You've got the probably like a turbo style muffler here on the car, and then of course you've got the correct style tailpipe that goes up over top of the rear end, and then it exits out where it should, right between that leaf spring and the quarter panel on the back of the car. As far as the fuel tank goes, you'll see it's the stock fuel tank. It's in great condition too. All of the hardware here, the straps and everything, all in great shape. The trunk floor, we can see that it's all one piece, not been patched up, and it looks to be in great condition also. Fuel lines here running from the tank itself, those are in great condition. You can see those run all the way down the side here. Your pinch welds are in great shape too. Brake lines, same thing. And this car has the emergency brake hooked up. So you'll see everything here. You've got your front cable, the intermediate cable here all the way around, back to the rear cables that go right into your drum brakes there. You also have the correct J-hook here in the frame. Frame rails are in great shape too. You can see how nice and straight and square these are. And your body mount bushings here, those are in great condition too. So overall, this car looks really good underneath here.